Hey church, I hope you're doing well. We're a few weeks into this thing, it seems like, and I hope God is still refreshing you and keeping you strong. I know He is faithful as long as we are connected with Him, so stay connected. I want to just talk a little bit today, encouraging you out of God's Word, and we're going to be looking at 1 Peter in chapter 5, and this is the verse that is being sent out on our Facebook page. Kind of the focus verse for us today. And that's 1 Peter chapter 5. And I'm going to read verses 6 and 7. And here's what God's Word says. It says, "Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time He may exalt you." And then verse 7 says this, "Casting all your anxieties on Him, because He cares for you." Now, verse 7 is an incredible verse. And it's one that we love and we hold on to. It is so important. Casting all your anxieties on Him. Boy, that's phenomenal. What a blessing that is to be able to lay out all of our stress, all of our needs, all of our hurts, all that's going on in our life. Lay it out before the Lord. Let Him have those things. And why? Because He cares for us. But I don't want us to miss the verse before that because they tie in perfectly. You know, how are we able to live out our faith daily? How are we able to live during these circumstances? Well, these two verses tie in incredibly perfect together. It says, "Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time He may exalt you." Listen, we recognize that we have a mighty God who is in control, who is amazing, who is strong, who is powerful. And God's Word tells us to humble ourselves. What does that mean? Well, it means that we really put ourselves aside, that we come before the Lord by laying down our pride, laying down our preferences, laying down what we desire and letting the Lord work. And we're looking to what He desires. It's really looking to Him rather than just looking at our own strength and power, humbling ourselves before the Lord. Because He's the one that's going to lift us up. He is the one that's going to provide for us. We can't do that on our own. He is the one that's going to do that in a powerful way. But here's what's amazing. You know, we don't want to live in fear. We don't want to live with stress and anxiety. Well, listen, these two verses, again, tie in. That as we decide to lay aside this pride in our life or lay aside this self-sufficiency in our life and humble ourselves before God, recognizing that He is the one that we're to go to. He is the one that's in charge, and we want to give Him control, that He is God and we are not. When we begin to do that, what happens is this. It opens ourselves up. It does. We're open up to vulnerability. We're vulnerable as God works and moves in our life. And listen, church, that's a good thing. That's a great thing. And with that may come some anxiety, may come some fear. But listen, this is when it says, cast all your anxieties on Him because He cares for you. Listen, as we let God take control, that may seem a little crazy for us in a time like this when we want to hunker down and hold on. And that creates some anxiety when we let God take control and release everything. But listen, we give Him that anxiety and that stress because He cares for us. And as we release that to Him and as we live humbly before Him, listen, He's going to lift us up. What an amazing two verses for us today. So I want to challenge you today. Today is the day where we just say, God, I want to set my desires and my needs aside. I want to focus in on You. My pride, all that may be happening in my life, I just want to lay it down because what it is, it's just cultivating and feeding anxiety and stress and everything. And I'm laying that aside. And I'm going to hand You any kind of anxiety that comes with this vulnerability, this stress. I'm going to hand it over to You because I know You care for me and You're going to lift me up. That's my challenge for you today. Just get before the Lord and say, God, I'm handing it all over to You. I just want You to lift me up. Well, church, we love you. And I hope that God is doing some big things in your life. And be praying. Be praying specifically for God to work in your life today and in the coming days. I just want to keep you connected with what we're doing here at the church so that you know you're not alone and we're not alone. These are things that we can do together and be a part of this together. One, I want you to remember that we're gonna keep streaming and keep doing online Bible studies, tonight and Sundays and throughout the week. So be looking for those things. Be looking on our Facebook page and on YouTube. We're gonna be posting all these things. A great place to get all that you need to in these videos and online studies is on our website. So go to our website, and up at the top, there's a tab that says HFB Online. Click on that, and under that, you're going to have an assortment of things that you can click on to find all these videos and to connect in all the different ministries. One area I want to kind of pinpoint today, and that's prayer. So we're going to be adding that to our HFB Online, a way that we can connect together in prayer. So be looking for that. Go on there and find that tab, click on it. It's going to encourage us and help us be better at praying for each other, praying for our homes, and praying for our community. So be looking for that. I also want you to be looking for emails that will be coming throughout these weeks that update what's happening in our church and also give you opportunities to serve. One way, listen, we know these are crazy times. We recognize that there is some incredible pressure on many people that work and live in our community, especially doctors and nurses in hospitals. Can you just imagine the pressure and the weight that is on their shoulders during this time? Well, we want to help them in that. And so be looking for an email link that will be sent out through our email, also through our Facebook, just an email address where you can kind of send encouraging notes, encouraging letters through email to our doctors and nurses in the Piedmont system, and that will help them and encourage them in these days to come. So be looking for that. It's a great opportunity to be the church by encouraging those that are very vulnerable right now and helping us every single day. So be looking for that. I also want to encourage you too. Keep in contact with people in your Sunday school class and your small groups. Email back and forth. Phone calls help a lot. And so keep connected. We want to be in this together. And so make sure that you're helping those around you and the ones that love you and you love. And this also helps in lifting each other up and knowing what's going on in prayer. Also, I want to encourage you. Don't disconnect from the church, and especially in the area of tithing. Listen, tithing is important, not because the church needs it, but because God has called us to do it. So don't take a break on your tithing. There are several ways that we've expressed to you, and you can find online and through emails of ways that you can continue to tithe through online giving, through an app you can give, through mailing in a check, through coming straight from your bank, different ways that you can still give and stay connected to the church and to the Lord through your tithing. So I want to encourage you. Ministry goes on. So continue to tithe and be diligent in that. Church, we love you. And we're in this together, and we're going to continue to press on as we go through this coronavirus. It is, I know it's overwhelming sometimes, but we have a big God. I want you to stay connected. Look on our webpage. Look for emails and Facebook posts for upcoming information as the weeks continue to move on. And we're going to get through this together. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're praying for you, and I hope that you're praying for us. Know that God is doing great things, and He wants to do great things in and through you today. Church, we love you, and we'll see you soon.